Yes, everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Stephen Howson, and this is 5 things that we learned watching United against. Hello, is that West Ham? Fuck, you know. In at number 1, Portuguese On Action. Bruno and Ronaldo clearly on the same wavelength, and it looks to potentially be a fruitful combination for Manchester United. Ronaldo's clever runs, Bruno's ability to find them. When Bruno was just penalties and tap-ins, it's not about that, mate. The guy can actually play, and as I was saying to you, when Souček gets pulled off to the side, in covering for Kufal, who's ballsed up somewhere, Bruno's ability to find space 1v1 versus Declan Rice is going to prove fruitful, and it did. It was an excellent cross, combined for Ronaldo's goal. And honestly, we're probably going to talk about Ronaldo, but what a goal. Ronaldo's ability to be able to sniff out danger as the ball's coming into the box, react, and then obviously keep going and make sure that the ball ends up in the back of the net. It's working for us, and it's working bloody well for us. And the amount of, literally, tweets of people this week, Bruno and Ronaldo can't play together. What are you talking about? Honestly, stop talking. You don't know what you're talking about. In number 2, David De Gea saves the day. It was pretty solid throughout the game. West Ham managed double figures in terms of shots, which is not what you want to see, especially from a defensive side, because when a defensive side gets a lot of goal-scoring opportunities, the chances that they get are good chances. And this is why often you'll see like a team that dominates possession, dominates shots, dominates chances. They've had like 15 shots and scored 1 goal because everyone in the defence is sitting deep and covering. Whereas the team that's playing on the counter, they've had 1 shot and scored it. Because the chances that they get are just a higher quality chance. De Gea did well against those opportunities, and of course, making the save in injury time to keep United winning the match, to win United the match essentially, because they draw it and everyone's devoed again. He's had the ability to earn us points this season, and he proved that yesterday with the chance that he saved from Mark Noble from the penalty spot. Those mean a lot at the end of the season. Literally, Chelsea are playing right now. They're 2-0 up, 63 minutes gone in the game, on a TV behind a camera here. That's who we've got to look at this season, because they're going to be a threat. They're going to be a problem, and they're going to be a nightmare for someone. As we add up the points at the end of the season, those 1 or 2 points that you've just won somewhere are going to matter. And those 2 points that we picked up today against West Ham, on top of the one that we would have got for the draw, are going to matter by the end of the season. I think he's completely ended the goalkeeper controversy. The who should play? Should it be De Gea? Should it be Henderson? There's some rumours about what's going on with Henderson. Here's what we know. De Gea's number 1 as it stands at the moment. Number 3, the defence is better, but it ain't perfect. United have got only 1 clean sheet this season, which is nowhere near enough. United need to be meaner, we need to be cleaner, and we need to stop conceding goals. We give teams opportunities. We are not completely shutting teams out, nor are we actually scoring tons and tons of goals at the other end of the pitch. And that for me is an issue. If you were scoring 4s and 5s, conceding the odd one, not a drama. When it's tight like it was against West Ham, you've got to be able to tighten that up, because the frailty is there. And it's only for a little bit of luck, like we saw with De Gea's save at the end there, is going to matter. Are the 2 defensive midfielders, the 2 sort of sitting midfielders, are they helping, or are they hindering our ability to go on and score goals? I think there's a lot more questions that we need to answer as a football club before we're going to have the complete answer on this, but we are not keeping anywhere near enough clean sheets. Number 4, Jesse Lingard. What a week he's had. It was a sublime goal. It was worthy of winning a trophy, let alone an away game. He's got a couple of goals to his name already this season, continuing the form that he's shown on loan at West Ham, perhaps showing why he could be the go-to option off the bench for Manchester United. Comes on the back of obviously having a bit of a stinker by getting basically an assist midweek for what happened at Young Boys. I think a point there wouldn't have seen anywhere near the outrage that we saw, but we clearly saw the outrage because it's Manchester United, and United aren't allowed to drop points. I think he's shown that he's got something to offer. I think he's always had something to offer, but he's showing that he's got something to offer. You need depth. You need players that are happy to be part of the squad, happy not playing every week. Maybe he starts in the Carabao Cup in the midweek, but you need players that are going to be happy not being the numero uno. And maybe Jesse Lingard is that guy. And number 5 then, the records are still falling. United are now unbeaten in 30 away league games, which is utterly insane. I saw a lot of people trying to excuse it, try to give reasons for it, and try to dismiss it because there was no home fans last season. Well, guess what? There's been home fans this season. The record's still going. United are still a threat on the road. The record continues. We've now won more points than any other team from losing positions across the past 2 seasons. United have gained 35 points from losing positions, which is 15 more than our nearest rivals, which is Leicester, who are in second place. This is how champions are made. And whether or not we become champions this season, these are the steps that you have to take towards getting to the level to be calling yourself champions. It was a very even game, I thought, against West Ham, and ultimately one where it was way more end-to-end than I expected, and probably way more end-to-end than what David Moyes liked, and what he probably set out his team to do. But it did end up being a very end-to-end game, and it was a bit of quality from United and maybe a little bit of magic from individual players that managed to pull us over the line. Just the same way it was a little bit of bad judgment from individual people on Tuesday night, which probably cost us the game, on top of poor subs. But yesterday the subs came through for Ollie, and United come through with 3 points and sit joint top of the table. We can only ask for that. We can only ask to keep that momentum going week in, week out. Got a big week now. United start this 2 games a week, sort of cycle, and this is where you start to drop points left, right and centre. So it'd be very important and very key if United are able to keep going all the way through this and keep winning, because that's what we need to do. Cheers for tuning in. Make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Laters. Hey, thank you for watching the video. If you are new around these parts, then don't forget to subscribe. My channel is proudly supported by my community on Patreon. If you'd like to get a little bit of extra content, a Discord group, meetups, 5-a-side games, weekly podcasts, behind the scenes, and even an occasional bit of transfer news as and when I get it, then for the price of a pint, you can show your appreciation for the content that we make and get some goodies for doing so as well. Check the link in the description or click the button right here. You'll also find all of my socials here too if you want to follow me on any of those platforms. Nice one.